You've probably felt it, that little feeling in the back of your mind, that something in the global economy is just off. There is a monster lurking in the shadows of our financial system. Most people have never even heard of it. But in 2008, when it was just a baby, 1/10 its current size, it nearly destroyed the entire world. Warren Buffett had a name for it. He called them financial weapons of mass destruction. He was right. These weapons triggered the collapse of Lehman Brothers. They forced the government to print money and bail out AIG. They brought the entire global banking system to its knees. And what was our response? What did we do after looking into the abyss? We didn't disarm them. We didn't dismantle them. We built them bigger. Today, that same market has grown from 60 trillion to over 600 trillion. That's 6 times the entire global economy. And when it explodes, not if, but when, there isn't enough money on planet Earth to stop the fire.
So what is this monster? The banks call them derivatives. I know. Your eyes just glazed over. It's a boring, complicated word, and that's by design. They don't want you to understand it. So let's forget their word. Let's use ours. It's a side bet. It's a gamble. The easiest way to think about it is this. You can't buy fire insurance on your neighbor's house, right? Of course not. You don't own it. In the world of derivatives, you can. You can make a bet that your neighbor's house will burn down. And if it does, you get paid. That's all a derivative is. It's a financial contract that derives its value from something else. A stock, a bond, an interest rate, a mortgage, anything. And the derivatives market isn't dominated by farmers trying to protect their wheat harvest. It's dominated by banks making massive, massive side bets.
But here's the kicker. Here's what makes it a weapon. To make that $100,000 bet on your neighbor's house, you don't need $100,000. You might only need to put down $1,000. That's 100-to-1 leverage. It means if the bet moves just 1% against you, you're wiped out. At 2%, you owe money you don't have. Now, imagine thousands of banks all making trillion-dollar bets with that kind of leverage all at the same time. It's not a market. It's a casino. The biggest, most high-stakes, and most interconnected casino in human history. And what makes this casino so terrifying? It's what the bankers call counterparty risk, but let's call it what it really is, a chain reaction. Here's how it works. Bank A makes a bet with Bank B. Bank B makes a bet with Bank C. Bank C makes a bet with, you get it. The entire system is a tangled web of who owes who.
In 2008, when Lehman Brothers failed, it wasn't just one bank going down. Lehman had $35 trillion in bets with everyone. When it went bankrupt, it couldn't pay its gambling debts. So Bank B, which was owed money by Lehman, suddenly couldn't pay its debts to Bank C. Bank C couldn't pay Bank D. It was a virus, one infection, and the entire network was set to collapse in a matter of hours. The lesson from 2008 was crystal clear. This system is too fragile, too interconnected, and too dangerous. So we fixed it, right? We did nothing. The Dodd-Frank Act was supposed to be the answer, but after years of intense lobbying, it was watered down to almost nothing. It didn't limit the size. It didn't ban the most dangerous bets. The result? the casino just kept growing, from 60 trillion to 600 trillion. To stop the $60 trillion fire in 2008, the world's governments had to come up with $29 trillion in bailouts and guarantees. It was the largest transfer of wealth in human history.
Now, do the math. If the market is 10 times bigger, the next fire will be 10 times bigger. If just 5% of today's $600 trillion market goes bad, that's a $30 trillion black hole. That's 3 times the entire 2008 bailout just to start. And this is the single most important part of this video. This is the part that changes everything. This time, there is no bailout. We can't be saved. Not because they won't want to, but because they can't. Reason 1, they're broke. In 2008, the U.S. national debt was $9 trillion. Today, it's over $36 trillion. Governments are drowning in debt. You can't put out a $30 trillion fire with an overdrawn credit card. Reason 2, printing the money would be suicide. The $4 trillion they printed in 2008 gave us a decade of slow growth. The money they printed during COVID gave us the worst inflation in 40 years. What do you think printing $20 or $30 trillion would do? It's not inflation, it's hyperinflation. It's the end of the dollar. It's the end of your savings. It's an economic apocalypse. And reason 3, you wouldn't let them. After 15 years of watching banks get rich while normal people got left behind, would you be okay with the government handing another $20 trillion to the same people who caused the crisis? No. There wouldn't be protests. There would be riots. The era of too big to fail is over. We are now in the era of too big to save. So the $600 trillion WOM, it's built. It's sitting in the middle of the global economy, and the ability to disarm it is gone. All it needs is a spark. And for the first time since 2008, all the triggers are flashing red at the same time. Trigger number 1, the interest rate shock. For 15 years, this casino ran on one thing: free money. Interest rates were at 0. But the Fed's fastest late hiking cycle in history just broke everything. We saw a preview of this last year with Silicon Valley Bank. That wasn't the crisis. That was the warning shot. Trigger 2, the office building ghost town. Over $2 trillion in commercial real estate loans are coming due, but the buildings are empty. The loans can't be paid. When these properties default, it will trigger a wave of failures on the credit default swaps, the same weapons that blew up AIG. Trigger 3, the global dominoes. This system is global. Credit Suisse already collapsed. Deutsche Bank, with over $40 trillion in derivatives exposure, has been on the brink for years. A debt crisis in Japan, a real estate collapse in China. Any one of them can be the domino that starts the cascade. When this happens, when the cascade begins, it won't be like 2008. It will be faster. The Great Depression unfolded over years. A derivatives crisis unfolds in days, maybe hours. And it won't be some abstract number on Wall Street. It will be your credit card being declined. It will be the ATM not working. It will be your bank account just frozen. It will be your pension fund, which is invested in this system, vanishing. This isn't speculation. This isn't a doomsday prophecy. This is pattern recognition. This is basic math. A market that was $60 trillion destroyed the global economy, and it took $29 trillion to stop it. That same market is now $600 trillion, and the rescue team has already gone home. The triggers are flashing. The cascade is inevitable. Warren Buffett was right. We built financial weapons of mass destruction, and the horrifying truth of human history is every weapon that gets built eventually gets used.